Alrighty, we should be live with the 42nd episode of the PiP Podcast. As always, I am Jacob, and I am accompanied by my good friend Khalid.
How's it going?
I'm not sure what all we will be talking about tonight, but I have a few gaming topics. If you would like to start out with those.
Okay.
So, there's two Cyberpunk ones. One, the first one is a huge Cyberpunk update came out. It fixed 484 soft lock bugs and NPC stuff for the game, which is really good. So that's just, they didn't really add anything to my knowledge looking at this right here. Just a bunch of bug fixes.
Mm-hmm.
But then also they decided they're reconsidering the multiplayer for Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Which development?
I've heard that they canceled it.
Yeah, I think they have. I'm gonna nail down. One second. Alright, my dad was asking about the cat. Yeah, I think they may have just given up on it because it would be similar to GTA Online, and GTA Online's already a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, although they did, like, before said it was a standalone project, so I don't know. I don't think Cyberpunk would do better with a multiplayer, to be honest. Playing like the single player, I'm not sure if multiplayer is in its best interest anyway.
Agreed. I mean, there would be a place where that would be awesome to have a GTA-esque world that is in the Cyberpunk's kind of dystopia, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it would need a lot more work because of all the attachments and like mods that you can add to your character.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a lot more complicated than GTA. This isn't really gaming, but apparently Intel was accused of wiretapping in a class action lawsuit.
My thing is, these companies do things, and they feel like granted, it's bad that they'll do it, but there's like, yeah, we're just going to keep doing it. And this time where everyone's going to either have the know-how to figure it out, or be on the inside, get fired, and then like kind of snitch on them.
Yeah.
So what's like? Because what was it? What was it called? It's all like the genealogy place company. That's like you get your DNA and they tell you who you're related to and all this other stuff.
Ancestry.
Ancestry.com.
21 and me. I don't know.
There you go. Just all. So it seems like all of them. But anyways, there's a few of them that have been like now exposed for giving the person's DNA to the FBI. They're just like, oh, it's our civic duty. Is it though? Because I don't know if anyone's has any legal action against them, but they should take legal action. I understand that there's probably not like at this point precedence of like your DNA is yours and only yours alone. But it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep doing it, but it's a really long article. And it's probably not worth reading on the podcast. So I just thought it was interesting enough to like just state.
Yeah.
This one's funny, but I'll save it to tell you off podcast because it changes. But Wizards of the Coast suspends work with Magic the Gathering artist over plagiarism claims. That's another one. Magic the Gathering card Crux of Fate features plagiarized artwork.
Wow.
It's come to our attention that the card Crux of Fate from Strixhaven School of Mages Mystical Archive may overtly feature Magic the Gathering fan art, and the contracted artist did not receive permission for this incorporation.
And what's the card called?
It is called Crux of Fate. So I wish I could see the fan art. This might be the fan art. That's not the fan art. That's just an older version of the same card. Either way, that's funny. That's the risk you run when you outsource to artists, I guess.
Yeah.
But I hate to see it. You know what I mean? I hate to see it. Also, apparently the Wild Hunt will be in The Witcher Season 2.
Ooh. Okay.
Photos of filming taking place at Saunton Beach in Devon show what certainly looks like the Wild Hunt in a scene from Netflix adaptation of The Witcher Season 2. Redanian intelligence who claim to have sources confirming that's who they are. So that's cool. And it's like the pictures in the article are them wearing the very like the armor that looks very much like them. So that's pretty cool. And then yeah, I think that's most of it.
Thinking of kind of funny video game news, there was the when they're talking about was it China had a sting operation and busted like a bunch of video game cheaters.
Okay.
Like it's considered the world's biggest cheating operation, and that they actually have like these beautiful sports cars that they got like taken away, and just I don't know, it's crazy. But yeah, they showed a picture and there's some beast cars. But yeah, supposedly like Overwatch.
They're probably selling their cheats.
Yes, most definitely selling their cheats. I'll say it as many times as I can. Like
bank, apparently.
Oh yeah, I bet. Because my thing is, like I will always say it, where I do miss the days of cheat codes, but these are on your clothes. Exactly. Like I'm doing this. I don't care about trophies or achievements. It's just like if I beat a game and I'm like, I want to play the game again, but I just now want to just do stupid stuff, or the game is broken and silly. I'm like, okay, I'm just tired of this game. Let's just use the cheats to get through the story. Then yes. But when it comes to like mobile, not mobile. Well, I mean, yeah, mobile, but also just like online multiplayer. Nah, got time. So silly. I don't know. what kind of like
Well,
ambition is necessary? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, I have to be
like,
the best,
the
worst.
old GTA, like San Andreas cheat codes are pretty phenomenal. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, like what, hot coffee and all that nonsense.
Like some of those at the time of using them, I would accidentally had you muted on my end for some reason. For a second, I clicked a button by accident.
Oh, there you go.
Some of those I knew by like heart for a good year or so, like while I was playing it. Like the spawn in, like the airplane cheat code was instant.
Mm-hmm.
What else was there? I feel like at one point you could spawn in a boat, but that could be wrong.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it was an air boat.
Maybe like a hovercraft or the ones like the fan boat.
Hovercraft.
Okay, that sounds familiar. But I'm also might be thinking of the Jackie Chan movie where there was a hovercraft involved.
Mm.
Wow. I mean, I love like Tenchu Stealth Assassin, which to this day I have no clue what happened to my copy. Like if you put in debug mode, you can shoot lightning out of your chest and just fire a volley of arrows at enemies. Very fun. But when it comes to like Call of Duty or just any game, it's just like if I can't beat these things or these people, I just called a bunch of just multiplayer things. No, if I can't beat these people on my own terms, then it's just like, you know what I mean? Like how? I don't know. It's I guess I mean it's the idea of like you don't understand a cheater for not being one, but it's just like, do you feel like you've done it? Like you've achieved something? It's like I got number one on a game where I'm not making money or anything by cheating. It's like I don't know. You're failing that badly.
I have confirmed it. There are flying boats in the Vortex hovercraft. Both were correct. I had to look it up because I was like, I swear. There's also flying cars, which is cool. I remember that too. I might buy San Andreas just to mess around with it.
Oh.
Was there any game that like you got when you were little that like the person at the store was questioning your parents if you should have that game?
No, but I did that to people when I used to work at Target, which was quite enjoyable.
Because I remember
I would, yeah.
My friend Jalen brought over San Andreas for a weekend, and I was like, "Oh, this is the best game." And he was like, "Bro, it's only like $15." I was like, "I got that." He's like, "Yeah, but you need an adult to get it." And I was like, "Mom." So me and my mom went to GameStop and got San Andreas, and the dude was like, "Is this for you or for your kid?" She was like, "It's for my kid." And he's like, "Are you sure you should be getting this for your kid?" And she looks at me, looks at the game, looks at him. Is like, "Well, he's been playing it all weekend, so I guess it's not a problem."
Damage is done.
Yeah. It's like, he's already played it. It's gonna do anything else.
Because while working at Target, there was a part where I was the department manager for electronics. Via the training, it's kind of like, remember to talk to the customers about M-rated game or game ratings. And so this little kid was just kind of being like, meh. He's like, "Yeah, I'm getting the game. Come on, Dad. Come on." He's like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, just get the game." And I was just like, this kid's being really annoying. "Sir, do you know this is an M-rated game? Just to let you know." I just looked at the kid like, "Yeah, you brat. Stop being a brat."
Do you remember what game it was?
Yep, Halo.
Oh.
I can't think of which Halo it was though. Well, yeah.
Halo was M-rated? It might have been the first one.
I thought so. Let's see. Maybe. Is Halo Reach M-rated? Let's see. 'Cause I don't think it was Grand Theft Auto, because that I would have happily shut down.
It is M-rated.
That's what I thought.
The original Halo is M-rated. Halo 4 is. Halo Reach is RP. Halo 5 is teen. What is RP?
RP.
I don't know what RP is.
I don't know either.
Game
Let's see if we can...
ratings.
I'm at the ESRB real quick. E's for everyone, we know that.
Oh, rating pending. That's what RP stands for. What is
Yeah, that's kind of weird that... Okay, you usually see that on advertisements, not really on the game itself. You're going to have to applaud. Wait, does Steam doesn't allow the OAs, correct?
What are OAs?
Adult only.
Like NSFW?
Yeah, well, I mean, technically mature could be that too.
They took away
Exactly.
like the nudity and stuff, and then there was so much backlash. I'm pretty sure they put it back on.
That's funny.
Because
Where's that
people...
weird party game?
What?
The weird house party game?
Yeah. I know they put games on there, and then like people would buy the games in that short amount of time and just get the offline patch that made it not safe for work. So like I don't even think it lasted a year.
That's fun.
It honestly, that was a mistake on their part.
Yeah, I mean, you see it where their companies will try to push for family friendly. People push back. People with the money and the wallets kind of push back, and it's okay. We'll just have to put a caution, as they should in the first place. It's like not their jobs to cause people to be moral or not. It's just their jobs to make sure safeguards are in place.
Yeah, and it is harder to get games on Steam, I would say. Because like you either have to have a credit card or get like a Steam card. Debatably, I would say they're harder to get in the fact that some little kids don't know what a Steam card is.
Yeah.
So unless they do, I'm not going to name the person. So if you know the story, don't say it. Unless they do what my friend's little brother did and use like $200 on Xbox because someone left their card plugged in.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
I'm not calling out any names. I just think that's a funny story.
Oh yeah, that's. So here's So here's a bit of like rumor. It's for Fantastic Four. So do you know who Millie Bobby Brown is?
Nope.
So she is 11 in the show Stranger Things. And she's also the Godzilla friend. So there's reportedly she's being eyed for the Fantastic Four reboot.
Godzilla versus Kong. Ah.
What's that? You know that's out now, right?
No, I didn't. I want to go see it.
Oh, it's not out yet. No, I'm sorry. It's out Wednesday.
No, it's out.
Well, oh, is it out? Wait, where?
I don't know.
America
the
or
release date was 25, March 25th. I don't know why I said 25. I'm looking up. Ba ba ba.
Okay.
I don't think it's in our theater. sadly.
Is there?
Nope, I think it is. I don't know. I'm looking at it though. None of these say our town. No. But there is one in North Carolina that's pretty near. But who wants to go there?
Who wants to get their keys locked away?
Josh!
You get PTSD.
Just in the chat, make sure you put an F for yourself. Because I'm not paying respects to you.
F for freaking don't do it again.
F is for you're a loser. There's no F in that.
Cause you lost it.
What? We used the punching bag today. It was fun.
Oh.
Punching bags hurt.
Wait. Then you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Nah, it just hurts my wrists. My wrists are very not good.
I'd still say you're doing it wrong, Ben. Are you wrist wrapping?
Yeah.
And
I mean, it doesn't hurt now. It just hurts a little bit while doing it.
Yeah. There's something wrong with the punch.
Nah. You gotta go all in.
Does it?
John, okay. So, this is funny. Noah told me that I was punching wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he asked Trey, I'm like, yeah, Trey's punching the same way I was. And you're not telling him anything. And then Trey goes, yeah, that's because the way that Noah told you to do it just now is wrong. And I was like, wow, Trey, way to lay him out. That's besides the point. Trey's pretty funny. He's a funny guy. I also found out today that Trey has striking resemblances to Gion, which I will inform you of later. Because I thought it was funny. And I don't think it's something that should be said on Twitch. I'm thinking about letting Noah play an artificer in the new campaign.
Okay.
Because isn't that Natasha's artificer?
Well, artificer is... Yeah, there is a type of artificer in Tasha's. There's also artificer in... I want to say it's also in Eberron as well. But definitely Tasha.
Yeah, there's... Apparently they're all in Tasha's and all in Eberron. I mean, all in Tasha's except one isn't in Eberron as well. So armor is only in Tasha's. I figured we'll see how it goes. If he really wants to be it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's at by the end of the day.
What?
Your call. I said by the end of the day, it's your.
Nah, you get. But that was all gaming news I have. So if you have any other topic you want to go into, we can.
Okay. What about D&D news? because there's something massive that has been revealed.
The Tiamat?
Yeah.
Wait, that's what you're talking about, the Tiamat?
Yeah, because they're calling it a massive miniature, which is a oxymoron.
Tiamat miniature.
I'm trying to see its size, as in its actual like measurements.
It's gargantuan.
I mean, I know its actual size scale,
It's gargantuan.
but more of its size is in numbers.
It has very good detail on it. I will say that. It is 14.6 inches tall, 16.8 inches wide, and has a wingspan of 28 inches. That's a big boy. Except it ain't a boy. Does Tiamat have like bipolar syndrome?
I don't know. I mean, all those heads.
So I like to think that like Tiamat's like, we're gonna live where I say we're gonna live, and she's just like the red dragon, and then you got like Nurgle, the blue dragon, like, no, go to the desert. You got the black dragon, he's like, the swamp. They're all fighting. Because didn't she get split up at some point?
She did get. I think she did actually. And had to get put back together by those crazy cultists.
Oh, that's the fun part. Tiamat. D&D 5e. Who's your favorite dragon out of the two, Bahamut or Tiamat?
I would say Tiamat just for flavor. Bahamut's cool for like what he stands for and everything, but
I can see that. I like that. Tiamat, Titima, Titama. So, she's the daughter of Asgarath and sister of Bahamut and Null. All in the middle, blah blah blah. Okay, this is dumb. I'm not looking at this anymore. That's what I get. That's what happens when I see like a long article and I'm not that invested. Just this is dumb. Why even though? Just tell me my answer. Oh my god!
Yeah, I've said before. Like I was on the I think it was going to Hobby Lobby. I think a lot of stuff we're talking about was when we were going on our Hobby Lobby trip, high school DxD, and then this. But I was saying that how Tiamat needs a bigger statue or miniature because it just doesn't add up. Like her size isn't the best.
Yeah. I will say with the high school DxD thing, the English voice actor changed season 3 and 4 to the Kenichi voice actor. The same one. That's why I was Googling it. I was like, doesn't it sound so familiar in like different English dubs? I was like, it is that guy. But that's another thing that I don't want to specifically stay on the PiP. Oh, so crap. What is the ending of WandaVision?
What is the ending?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because I watched that video with like the 40-second video I linked you of Michael Reeves explaining how the end of WandaVision is just the Naruto arc. Did you watch that video? Because he was saying stuff that I knew from Naruto, and he's like, it's exactly what they did. And I'm like, what? I'm like, now I just want to see or know the ending to WandaVision so I can like compare it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he was talking about like very iconic scenes from Naruto, and I was like, what?
I'll tell you after the stream, just in case the spoilers. But so wait, what happens at the end of Naruto?
It wasn't the end of Naruto. It was the beginning of Naruto Shippuden.
So what happens at the beginning of Naruto Shippuden?
Yep. He was relaying it. Okay, it was very scrambled because it was just a 40-second clip. But he was saying something about how when Itachi put a genjutsu on Kakashi, and Kakashi was on the cross, getting stabbed multiple times in like his mind. Yeah, I don't know. And then he said something else, and I don't remember the something else. Does anything like that happen?
No.
I'm confused. Sure, I didn't know who Michael Reeves was earlier today.
I mean, I didn't know who Michael Reeves was. I keep forgetting even though you tell me.
But I showed him.
You showed me Michael Reeves as well. Well, I mean, technically, I've seen Michael Reeves before you told me who he was. But, yeah, I don't connect the names because I don't really follow it.
He is my favorite chaotic neutral character on YouTube and Twitch sometimes. I feel like a video game character that would be really cool to be would be Pathfinder from Apex because of the grappling hook. Like the grappling hook, if it didn't have like a cooldown kind of thing in real life, would be like super cool.
I wonder how effective grappling hooks would be.
I don't know. Because like my theory is like in Apex, you don't take fall damage. It would be pretty cool if you brought an Apex character to like the real world if they didn't take fall damage and they're just like yeeting off of buildings and stuff. So you have this like derpy robot guy swinging through like New York like Spider-Man, but he's like even more just derpy. He's like, "Hello, friends. I'm here today." I'm just okay. Did you just fall from that building? Haha. I'll be on my way, and just like leaves.
Great.
We haven't talked about the D&D rate, like the new Unearthed Arcana, have we? On the PiP?
I might have mentioned it, but I'll have to mention it again because the survey is now out for those who played it or at least tested it.
Oh, what does the survey say? What results?
Survey says no. It's just It's just I didn't even go through the survey yet because I haven't played the character, so I've gone through the survey.
I just wanted to know the results. Because the most recent one is the one with the fairy and like the
correct. It's the Fae folk.
I was trying to convince Noah to play the owl earlier today, and he was like, "I'm not playing another bird."
Yeah, I was saying like I don't think he could play. I've been trying to get people to play along the joke by going, the Fae folk, the little owl. No, then play Arisu. Who? Exactly. You should play the owl person. But I'm bringing you to those. I think it's like is it TikTok where they're like shark puppets, and it's just like, all right, one of us is possessed by an owl. Yeah. Who?
He's like, I don't know. That's he just stops and stares.
I'll tell you, man. Like nuance is my jam. Like that will get me laughing more than slapstick any day.
Yeah, me and my cousin couldn't stop laughing at that when I showed it to her. There are a lot of better TikToks out now. I've noticed that, like, some of these TikToks be hidden a little different than a few months ago.
Yeah, I will agree. I think my complaint about TikTok versus Vine is that a lot of people, instead of like contributing who they got their ideas from, they just kind of use it as if it's their own.
Yeah, because there's like a lot of trends and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I was like, the pinnacle was the kid doing the whole, just like some little suburban white kid doing the whole like, it's the watermelon joke.
Watermelon.
Yeah, so it's just like, what is it? I can't think of it. It's just like basically, jellyfish have no bones, but I don't need them with watermelon, kind of thing.
Weird.
And so it's just like, he just does that. Where it's like he'll say whatever, but basically it's the watermelon that keeps him safe or keeps him happy, basically. And so the kid was doing that. But it's just like, I think you missed the point of the thing itself, but okay.
Watermelon. Why so much watermelon? The video you sent me earlier was pretty fire, not gonna lie. I watched that whole thing.
Oh shoot.
Was it great? No. But was it funny for what it was? Yes. Martial arts would be fun to learn. Like some type of martial art. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, I love martial arts.
We should use Noah as a punching bag to learn.
I've said before that I would enjoy doing some boxing with you guys. Of course, everyone has mouthpieces, and it's not hit below it's no hit below the belt, and no hitting in the face. It's all body shots. And the idea is just more of control hitting, so you get used to the hitting and just the cardio that comes from it. It's really fun. It's really good. I think we used to do that.
I would do boxing, but it's not the one I like the most. Are you talking about just putting gloves on and beating the shit out of each other?
Well, yes and no. Because again, I feel like when that term is, everyone's just swinging like idiots, and then that's where people get hit in the face or get injured, just being dumb. So it's about throwing, like actually using the right posture, the right technique, and the like actually like punching, and you're trying to get strikes on each other, but you're not trying to just completely hurt each other. There's I think it's in Code Geass, where it might not be Code Geass, it might be another it might be Read or Die. But the two characters would write letters all over their body, and then they would try to punch words. Like that's how they're trying to, like, it's really cool concept of just like trying to get a word, so they're just punching each other, blocking to prevent the other person from getting a word, and they're just like, I spelled this on you. I think that's a really sick concept.
I don't think that's Code Geass.
No, I think it's Read or Die.
I was like, Code Geass. When did they ever punch each other? Didn't they just ride in mechs?
No one got punched.
Or he goes, like he says something to his sister, and then she goes on like a blood massacre in her own crowd of fans or something. You know what scene I'm talking about? What? Legit, like Lelouch said something accidentally while his like Geass was activated to his sister, and she ran out into the crowd of the actual like Japanese people, because they were she built them a safe area where they could live or whatever, and they're all just waiting for it, like her to come out and do like a speech. And she comes out and she says, why don't you all do me a favor and die, and pulls out a gun and starts shooting.
Oh my goodness.
All of them. That happened in Code Geass, like around the middle. It was terrifying. I was like, whoa, this was not expected. I thought things were going to be happy in this scene. I was not prepared. It was like when I watched Goblin Slayer episode 1, not knowing what Goblin Slayer was. Me and Noah were like, whoa, we were not prepared to see this. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look up that scene, because I'm going to link it to you after. Because you've seen Code Geass, haven't you?
Bits and pieces of it. Cannot confidently say I've sat through a single episode of Code Geass.
Lelouch. But yeah, no, that was a great episode. Because it took a turn of just like, whoa. I want to know what he said to her, though. Like, here's the fandom. So I wonder if it'll say it in here. So, the meter reveals his opposition to events. Eventually saying that if he really wanted to, he could get her to do anything he asked for. And he jokingly mentions the genocide of the Japanese people as an extreme example. Unknown to him, minutes ago he had lost the ability to turn his Geass off. And it conveys the order to Euphemia.
Oof.
Yeah, that was a crazy scene in that anime. And it wasn't expected, because I don't think it shows his face like in that scene until after he says it. So it really like it'll catch you off guard if you're first watching it. But it's a really old anime, so I don't mind like spoiling it.
Oh yeah.
It's a classic though. I think everyone should watch it. Are there any other anime that I should watch? Is there any other after Kenichi? Because I'm almost done.
Wallflower.
What is that about?
I've told you before.
I don't remember.
Wait, what's the anime that you said that just ended that you liked? Was it Slice of Life one?
Slice of Horimiya?
Okay. But anyways, yeah, for stereotypical shoujo, like lead characters are tasked by their landlady to turn her niece into a lady. To their chagrin, she's like brooding and into like horror that's banned in Japan, kind of thing.
Seems nice.
Uh,
I'll put that up there with maybe.
if you want, like whenever, because I can watch like I'm into like I think the last or the second half of the series, but it's easy a rewatch. So if you ever want to just like watch first episode 1 with me to see how you could fill it out, because it's freaking funny, man. It does some really cool like subtlety and nuance is really good.
Might take you up on that offer at some point. Have you ever seen I think it's Maid Sama?
I don't think so.
That? It's about a girl that like works at a maid cafe.
Mm-mm.
There's like a blonde guy that like stalks her. Pretty much. It came out in 2006. It was a manga in 2006. It's TV. I don't know. It's nice, I guess. It's good, but it's also a little weird. But that's kind of what makes it good, I guess. Apparently, as with like a lot of anime, the manga went further, and I think the manga has ended. And I kind of want to read the manga after seeing what happened in this. Like, legit, it goes like in chapter 81, so like such and such happens, and then in 85, such and such happens, and I'm like, dang it! What do you mean? That's so different than what the anime portrayed. It's like I only saw a snippet. Now I must go and read.
Huh. Whoever went on rant about that one?
Which one?
Komori High?
Komori High?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
So it picks up the mangas and animes, especially from like the, I would say 80s, maybe 70s to 80s, where you have these high school students and they all look like grown tough guys. So Komori High School follows that same thing, where this young man comes to a high school that's full of tough guys, and he writes to his mother and tells her how he's doing, and so everyone's
I do think I remember.
Yeah. And it has like a robot that's one of the toughest guys in school, a gorilla that is unexplained, and a man who looks like Freddie Mercury.
And then
But
there's like those two guys in the big stuffed outfits.
oh
animal
yeah,
outfits. Yes, I'm looking at like the poster or whatever for it. Is that the one where he's in the band? Which is the one where they're in like a band playing all this music and everyone loves
I
the
don't.
music. But
But
then he wears all the makeup. And then they
oh,
like
that's
bully him
DMC.
because it. Oh, damn. All that comes up when I type in DMC is Devil May Cry.
I know. Detroit Music City. If I'm correct, is the name of it. Which is really weird.
I type in Detroit Music City and it says, here's a Google
Oh,
map
sorry.
from Detroit to Nashville.
Detroit Metal City. There is a
Metal.
Music City.
This one, just the poster for this one seems pretty weird. Wait, this is an anime, is it?
It is.
Is it?
It became. There is a live action version of it. I've never seen
Oh.
it though. Some of the animation they use in there is like amazing, and it doesn't make sense for like the scenes. And then like his I think it's his manager, his agent. Interchangeable, but she's this filthy mouth, just like angry woman, but it's kind of like, I think this might be one of my things. Don't know if I really want to agree on that, but I think it might just be.
I wonder who animated it.
Let's see.
I'm trying to find it now. So apparently it was an OVA. Studios 4 degrees Celsius. That is the studio that did it.
So what else do they do?
Let's see. Berserk.
Oh wow, it does. Interesting. There is some parts, and that's okay. There's some action in there that has a Berserk feel, not as hardcore, but the angles they take with it. I can see it in my head. I can point it out, but
First Squad is also another one. A lot of these are ones that I've never heard of, but
like what? Fooly Cooley? You shut your mouth, man.
no, I like Fooly Cooley. That's the one where they grow the horn because she hits them over the head, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Yep. A lot of I don't know what these are.
So name off a few.
Take on Kingcrete, Memories, Steam Boy, Mind
What boy?
Game, Steam Boy.
Steam Boy?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is a phenomenal movie. It's just a movie. Really good movie, man. Like, it is gorgeous to watch.
There's a lot of them. Spriggan.
I've heard of it.
Erit Hime. Digital Juice. Connected.
What's that mean?
A lot of them. There's a lot. Too many to name.
So
Too many to name. I want to see. Protocol. I want to see what all they've worked on.
I looked up Digital Juice just to see its rating is 3.3 out of 10. That's how you know it's good.
Okay, so wait a second. If I go here, it says it's Studio Parrot. Okay, let me type in Fate, and then I can get to that page from there. So Fate. We're gonna go with another Blade Works because I know they did that one. Studio. Okay. Oh, wow. Ufotable did Demon Slayer as well as God Eater.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Karano Kyokai, Tales of Zestria. More Karano Kyokais.
Oh shoot! Is this what I think it is? Oh my gosh! So I was like, it's like that name sounds familiar. The Tenko-ken Crete. So this is also there's also like a movie of it. And it's again it's a great watch. Basically there's two little boys that it doesn't really explain like too much about them except for one. Like, they're two orphans. One's name is Black, one name is named White.
Yeah.
And they're trying to they're like, we're going to control the streets. And so they just beat up other kids, and there's a concept that they can actually float or move around or fly, and they defy gravity. It's a cool watch. Definitely a good watch. A lot more explained about these people.
Apparently Ufotable also animated Gyo. The Junji Ito thingy.
Yeah.
They did the animation for that. A lot of stuff. A lot more like recent stuff than older stuff. But
yeah. I'm sorry, like looking at these Celsius people, I'm just kind of stuck on their their works thing, because a lot of the memories, which is again, it sounds like a broken record, is a good watch. I think I've heard of Spriggan, but I'm not too sure. Mind Game is cool, of course, the Berserk, but Justice League Flashpoint Paradox is American. Let me scroll through other ones that stand out. The Tweeny Witches, but they also did Transformers and Thundercats. And then the Animatrix. Renaissance, yeah, man. Oh yeah, Dark are again. They used a lot of the. Let me make sure. So there's styles that they use for the one that we're talking, the Tekkeno one. The Tekkeno was used in the same style for the Animatrix and for there's Batman Gotham Knight, where they had these little anthologies.
Mm-hmm.
And so they use their weird shaped, their characters are really weirdly shaped, and that's what they did for that. I'm surprised they didn't have they didn't do anything with Linkin Park.
The people that did Bleach, Studio Parrot.
Yeah.
Parrot, they do a lot of stuff. They did Naruto. They did Tokyo Underground. I don't know if you've seen that. They did Blue Dragon. They did basically just all of Naruto. They did, I think, the Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know these people were so. Oh, they did Black Clover too. Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's funny. It's very fun. Again, just going through these this studio, just okay, yeah, well, DMC, it was fun, but then just looking at their credits, you're And it's kind of weird because I didn't like have them to a degree where I'm like, they're nothing special, but it's just very interesting seeing like who they've worked with as well. Shore's Wrath, Katrina. One that I was like, what? They did where is it? In the Amazing World of Gumball, they did the Dragon Ball flashback style.
Really?
When his mom was talking about when she was growing up. And I applauded it because it looked straight up like it's from Dragon Ball. But then they also did a Kill Kill style fight scene between the two characters as well. It's one of the coolest anime like episodes, and there you go. These people had a hand at it. I'm gonna work with Studio 4 Celsius now.
I like the artwork for Amazing World of Gumball.
Oh yeah,
it's simple, but they know how to do like even like the coloration on them, because like they do the shadows and stuff perfectly.
I feel like that show. A lot of people say it a lot of time, but it does feel like a ahead of its time in some degree.
Yeah,
and just like I don't know, I really really like the show, the characters, and just some of the sound. The animation was great choices.
I might go watch it again. I only saw because that was around the time that I didn't watch like TV. I just started to do stuff on like the computer, so I only saw it like in passing. So I might watch a few of those because I remember it was really funny. But yeah. Well, it is 11:32. Would you like to wait a little longer, or would you like to go ahead and get the segments out of the way?
We can jump into the next segment. The next.
Nice.
Like, what is this? All right. Wait, was there anything else you needed to say?
Nope.
Okay. So, going into the segment, what are you watching, playing, reading, listening to? Give us a list there, Jakob.
Nothing.
Hi, everybody.
Playing Apex. Might be playing Dragon Quest here soon. Playing Valheim. Valheim's pretty fun. There are a few other games I've been looking at to play. One's like Big Castled, which I guess is like a tower defense game. They look pretty fun. Reading Mushoku Tensei. And possibly more random stuff that I just can't remember off the top of my head. Finished Horimiya recently. My Hero Academia, those two. Because if people don't know, because they only watch the anime, Horimiya, the manga, finally finished after a very long time of, being published, like one chapter a month kind of thing. So it got finished. Rewatching all of Kenichi. I'm also watching a bunch of YouTube videos of, I think it's NMP LOL. I think I sent you him.
Yes, I believe so.
He's really funny. Him and his girlfriend. Really funny. Also when they bring on like Greek and stuff, because they do a lot of cooking streams. I find that watching people cook in like meme is really hilarious, which is why I want to start doing it. Because it happens. Been watching a lot of that Subway guy. Milad Merg. He just makes Subway sandwiches. And does like 2-minute videos, but he uploads like, I don't know, 10 a day, 5 a day. I don't know. He uploads a lot. I've been watching him just because they're so small.
Yeah. That's how they get you.
Indeed. That's why TikTok's big. And that's why Vine was big. Been watching some Louis Mora. He has like a skateboard team. Been watching some of that. Computer tech reviews. And just memes. Listening to nothing new. Just a bunch of the old stuff that I've been listening to. Just regular pop. Marshmallow. Been listening to him. And yeah, that's what I got.
Oh boy. With me myself, let's see, watching. So I started watching Invincible, which on Amazon Prime, which is good. I remember, Robert was reading the complete series, so he finished that. And it's very good because I feel like I info dumped. So like a lot of the show stuff is happening. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm not really remembering what happened in there. I might read that though. Something new I didn't know. So let me see. So there's that. Of course, I'm watching Falcon the Winter Soldier. I said I was going to just wait and binge it, but no, I refuse. It is good. They've introduced some characters that I think that the shows are proving, like both WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier are proving that they can do, and it's kind of a breath of fresh air because the original like shows that they were trying their best to tell you that were a part of the MCU didn't feel canon, and then they turned around and say they weren't anymore. But with this, they're using MCU established characters that do and will show up in the movies again in a way. So at least they're now showing these characters. So when it happens, you're like, okay, this was a part of the MCU. So they're introducing characters and costumes and Easter eggs that you're like, thank you. That's all we ask. That's all. Because I always say that in Endgame, literally, if they just showed someone in the background on a motorcycle with a flaming skull, or a guy with lit up red or yellow hands punching people, that's all. You don't need to tell me, hey, everybody, look at that. That's Iron Fist. just that little glimpse of someone doing something is enough for a diehard fan to go, yay. Because it's like if they could go back to the Phase 1 MCU, they literally showed, like, if you think about that, like, so they literally had Tony Stark at the end of Incredible Hulk walk into a bar, like a joke. Tony Stark walks into a bar. That's all it took. And we lost our minds. Or when they first introduced Nick Fury, or even, let's go even nerdier, and when they showed a map, they showed a blip where Wakanda was. And they showed a blip in the middle of the ocean, so everyone's like, oh, that's Atlantis. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's all it took for us to go, yay. So it's like that tiny little nod or tidbit is enough. So, I mean, so these shows are kind of doing that. WandaVision, showing a character in a certain fashion, but also like showing their costumes in a way as well, like their original like comic book costumes from the old days. Because I really wish I could remember it was like a YouTube video where the guy was like, oh, you'll never see Scarlet Witch in that weird red and pink costume with the little head thing. And just like, oh, you bet? You want to bet money on that? So yeah, that's kind of cool. Reading, nothing special right now. I'm going to get into a bunch of my art books since I have a skate deck project I'm working on. And I kind of want to go back through some of my art books on just color palettes.
Wait, did you finish Noah's commission?
No, but I mean, it's within a snap to be done.
Did you ever show, just a quick, did you ever show him the references that you had? Or did you tell him
Oh,
no?
absolutely. Oh, yeah, I did. I just showed him the reference. I do. There's a lot of, I think it's because there's a lot of stuff that came in the past like 2 days. I was like, or sorry, the past, I think 1 day where I was like, okay. So I had some stuff to take care of. So hopefully I can just get it knocked out. Because I have an idea, but I want it to be perfect. I think that's one of my flaws as an artist is worrying about perfection versus just doing it. We'll see. And listening to, now that we have the the stereo system hooked up, the sound hooked up in the game room, I've been listening to a lot of just like ambience music, and then just other things just to play off the idea of having 2 speaker systems going at once. I will have to pat myself on the back though and say that the creepy whisperings worked.
I liked them. Cody liked them too.
Yeah, because he's confused because I was playing just the creepy atmospheric music, but then the speaker in the corner was doing the whispers. I was no one going. Do we actually hear this in game? but yeah, I think that'll be it. And of course, as always, playing is Dungeons and effing Dragons.
I don't play that.
Oh, let me tell you, bro. If you play Dungeons and Dragons, you'll love it. Don't play it. I don't think you've ever seen the movie Walk Hard with Dewey Cox.
No.
So his friend, because they're kind of picking at Johnny Cash, but every time his friend is, or his bandmate is doing like some type of drug, and then Dewey's like, "What are you doing? Get out here, Dewey! This. It's bad for you. You're not gonna like it." It's like, I don't want to do it. It's like, get out here, Jacob. It's Dungeons and Dragons. It's addictive. You ain't gonna like it. It's not for you. It's too good.
What was your favorite part of last session?
Favorite part of last session, I will say the interaction with the twins. It's kind of fun. But also the long haul was also, I enjoyed that as well.
The long haul? What?
The long haul. I guess it is the long haul. That's a really good because I feel like in headcanon it was called the long haul, as in just like this hallway that's long, but now it became the long haul because of the thing shriveling and writhing at the end of it. But yeah, the long Trey with the big brain work. I was going to use spider climb. Smart.
No, I liked it.
Yeah.
At first I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make this little tightrope. I'm gonna start shimmying down it. And I was like, well, I'm gonna zip line down it. And I'm like, you can't do that. It's my tightrope, and I'm already on it. Get your own. I was like, bold of you to assume you could do that with the arrow that I shot in my sword holding this up.
Excuse me, sir. Your idea is mine. What is Noah? Disney? Oh.
Yeah. I did a lot of damage to that to the spider hands.
Oh, you did.
All 5 attacks hit, which was already 25 damage.
Mm-hmm. Was it going to be like 52, 54?
Yeah.
I think. Well, because how many hit points do you have?
I think I have 68 normally.
And then I think Artorias is next with point.
I have 60 something. I was low on health entering that battle.
Yeah.
In the second battle. I was already low before even going into those.
Wait, why were you low?
I got hit in the hallway.
Oh, hit by a ghost. You got hit in the hallway by a ghost.
Yeah, dude.
And was just like, yeah, you want to go to sleep now? We're going to go and investigate.
Let's see here. Yep, I was almost close to beating the ogre kill. Because an ogre's HP is 59.
Well, you beat the wait. You one shot the ogre at 42. 40, no, 40. I think it was at 40 because the ogre only had like, because I rolled it, and so the ogre only had like, I want to say you hit the ogre at 41 and it had 39. I think that's how it goes.
Interesting.
Because I know you killed it and then had 2 more hit points to spare, so it's kind of like stabbing the corpse. Or
and that 1 was or 2 hit crits. This one wasn't with crits. But that was also before I had my swords that gave me a plus to my damage and to hit, so.
Oh no, I think it was a good encounter. I was saying that I wanted to make sure, or I would have liked you to all of to have got to at least 2 of the encounter, and you did.
I like how the first thing I asked was, is he going to hurt us? No. Can he give us the treasure? Just treasure, please.
Not a bad request.
No, it's not. I will say the one thing that's kind of annoying is that you don't get a second action surge until like 17th level.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of like, why? Indomitable is pretty cool though. You can re-roll a saving throw that you fail.
Like that makes for a lot of heartbreaks when you're like, I'll do it. I was gonna say something else. I would have to say that was also big brain thought of going, well, why don't you drown it? I'm like, that would be fair, do it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you pour a bunch of water. Yeah. It's like, but I just can't. Can't DM
make
nudge.
A face.
Yeah. I was like, well, I mean, if this thing is a giant lug sucking in air and you throw a ton of water at it,
a tidal wave.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that is exactly what it would do.
So, like, sometimes I feel like I say things and I don't get inspiration. And then Noah says things that are like, what? And he gets inspiration. I feel like I'm not being appreciated.
You've also said to do tidal wave in points where would get you in trouble.
Well, that's because sometimes the tidal wave is just necessary. And then sometimes it's for fun. Can't help it. It's the fact that I'm a chaotic neutral character.
Oh my goodness.
This
Did you hear
is
the
the Elmo with the fire behind him. Did you ask if I heard Benedict?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yeah. So what was your favorite part of that last session then? Bless you.
I don't know. I want to keep Sin and Dex. But I also think that they somehow are a part of him. And when I said that, it blew Cody's mind. Which I thought was funny. I was like, there's a good chance that these two people are somehow a part of him because they don't remember how they got here. And they serve him. So it's kind of like, yeah. It's like the hand thing was wrong. Understandably. But they could still be some, like, apparition of his mind. They could be his voice. Because technically, if he can breathe, unless he has like a voice box, he should be able to make some noise. He doesn't have a tongue, but still.
Well, remember, it did end when he got his lungs back with the howl.
Oh, I didn't know he howled. I thought he just like breathed. I thought he was just breathing.
Or I guess it's not yodeling, vocalizing, I guess.
He has hands. We should just give him a big quill to
Just a
write.
Oh, it's funny. Giant
Also, I would
quill,
like to say, those people aren't gonna know what hit them. They're gonna be like, "Where are the adventurers at? Weren't they supposed to be here? They went out to the ruins last night." I guess it doesn't matter because we're solving the problem. So when we come back, we can explain what we did.
I do like the concept though. Is like the man is like, there's no ghost, even though there's ghosts walking around, and he's just ignoring them. But then when you solve that problem, there will be no ghost, which only leads him to be like, "I told you so."
My thing, I'm gonna look at him and the king and be like, just so you know, we wouldn't have known where to go unless the Raven Queen told us. So suck on them apples. I think this year's gonna say that.
They don't find the Raven Queen heretical. Probably unorthodox that the person would worship a god of death, but she is there since death is all around their cities.
That's when the Zir pulls off his head and is like, "Ooga booga booga."
The beer.
You made me look bad.
Stupid dog. Stupid advisor, you made me look bad. Booga booga.
You feel like
always think. Go ahead.
The advisor doesn't think there's ghosts. And Zir pulls head off. I wonder how he would react. He'd be like, "That didn't happen." Just say that didn't happen and walk away.
Big wet spot on his pants. Didn't happen. Sure, bro. Sure. I still like chuckled just the other day when it's just like Damocles puts a sleep cap on the Baron, and then Trey's just like, yeah, then he just goes, it just dies. You guys, the middle of a place that persecutes witches, and then your magic sleep cap just murders a guy. It's like, oh no. It's funny.
Oops, I did it again.
Slowly, as Elderfang is being drawn by Artorias.
Well, nothing wrong with that. The advisor's like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean there's nothing wrong with that? Because we're just gonna kill it. Just pulls out all of our weapons. The doctor is stunned that at first it eased his pain and then it just murdered him. Like, what? This was just a nightcap.
A man covered, like sleeves rolled up, covered in leeches. But my leeches, bro. You gotta do something about that. I don't like it.
I was like, I don't know why you got all these leeches, but they ain't working. You need to go on somewhere with the leeches.
Leeches are fun.
I love that picture of the guy that has like the pet leech. I've showed you that before, right?
Yes. Wait, the big old cucumber-sized leech? Yeah,
the giant one that he just like lets feed off of his arm.
I
don't like the idea of that, but I like the picture because it's like, this happened. Someone allowed this to happen. Just like the idea of someone somewhere thought that was a fantastic idea.
So
it entertains me.
That's the song that plays every time the Justifiers Bowl do something. Gray.
Gray?
Yeah, just gray area. Wasn't really bad. Wasn't really good.
Pretty much everything we do.
We kind of wanted that house to be there. I'm a soul. Just freeze frame.
Wait, what?
Like, it's the person's just like, I really kind of wanted that house to not get burnt down. I'm a soul man. Just freeze frame. And have the little caption. Justifier's Bowl went on to burn more houses down inexplicably, unintentionally, sometimes intentionally.
Sometimes with lightning. Lightning.
That's funny.
The I like the maid. I ask if we can have the maid.
That's just can I have maid?
I like this maid. Can we take this maid to our town?
Another.
Very nice. We got rid of your curse and your ghosts and your nightmares. May I have maid? The funny thing is, right? The best part is we get rid of the ghost there, right? Bring her to the cave where there's another ghost.
That's kind of fun.
And think about it. There's enough rooms because the kobold made enough rooms for the maid, unless she wants to live in a nice house. But the cave debatably needs a woman's touch. So there will be force, and she will live there.
Oh, jeez.
But it is 12 a.m. So
yeah,
I will call it here. Is there anything you would like to say?
No, just everyone have a great night.
Alrighty. Well, if you enjoyed this episode of the PiP and you would like to watch another episode live, we live stream every Tuesday from 10:30 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every other Friday, same time but with a guest. If you want to watch a older episode of the PiP, you can find that at Oni Central on YouTube.com, or the PiP Podcast on YouTube.com or Facebook. And if you have not yet, please hit the the follow button here and subscribe on YouTube. And goodbye.